Welcome to Vintage Radio Cafe, your #1 channel for relaxing vintage audio restoration. If you like watching an idiot wielding a soldering iron, you've come to the right place. Watch Ray's attempts to fix wonderful forgotten radios from another era, way before transistors. Sometimes he even gets them working again. What could go wrong, right?
Okay guys, so I'm just about to test another one of my crazy ideas. Let me show you what I have in mind. This is the original vellum paper, and yeah, I think I've showed you this before. See, it was holding in place with a spring on one side and a tab on the other side that was sticking out from this plate, the back plate, which I've repainted. Came out pretty good. So it was holding on this side with this tab, and we all know what happened. It broke off. On the other side, well, it was just about to break off as well. Actually, it just did, because it becomes too brittle with time and heat. So instead of using the same system and having it failed sooner or later, what I'm thinking of doing is replacing the original paper, which is quite thick, I admit, with some vellum paper. But to make it stronger, I'll make a fold, and I'll use 2-ply. And between the plies, I'll put Gorilla Glue. I'm hoping it won't be too yellow or too blotchy. It will remain transparent. So if this works well, then I'll cut this to size, to the right size. And what I'm thinking of doing on each end I'm going to put a piece of plastic. Then I'll drill my hole through that. I'll glue the plastic and I'll make 2 small holes and just sew it, you know, with a little bit of thread, sewing thread, you know, a needle, a thread on this side, on both sides, and it should never move again or break, because instead of having just one pressure point, one pulling point, and as soon as it rotates a little bit, it starts tearing the paper. Well, it'll always be straight like that. So whenever it pulls, it will always pull equally. Anyways, that's the idea. That's the theory. So I'm going to try this, guys. I might do some footage. I just don't want any of the Gorilla Glue going in the lens, as you can understand. But yeah, that's my idea. That's my crazy Friday afternoon idea. Okay. Catch you later. Okay, so this is my big genius idea. The strip of vellum paper has been doubled and glued, and the tabs, the plastic tabs I put on each end, have been under pressure for a few hours. So yeah, this is going to be the end product. Okay, so there's 2 plastic tabs on each side. Now the idea is to drill 2 holes here in the middle on each side, so it will be holding on this side just with this tab, and on the other side, the other hole, I will hook the spring to it. So it should be something like this. If I'm not mistaken, the idea is to bring it here, because there's a notch here, to bring it up to that point, most likely to cover the dark side in the back, where the actual back plate stops. Otherwise, it's going to be a dark spot visually. That's what I think. So like this, inside the cabinet, it should be more even. That's what I'm thinking. But before I drill the final holes, what I want to do is to drill 2 small holes on each extremity, and just, I got my trusty sewing kit here, just, you know, run a thread just on each holes like that, a few turns, so I'm sure it'll never, the plate will never move, because it's only stuck on one side. Now, why did I not put a piece of plastic on each side? Well, it's because I have to respect a certain thickness. If I go with 2, it's too thick. It's thicker than what was there before. The copper grommet with 2 very thin sheet of what do you call it? Phenolic, yeah. The 2 phenolic little circles there, washers. So I can't put 2. It's going to be too thick. I'm going to lose some flexibility at the end. So I'm going to try this. And if it works, it works. If it doesn't, I'll find those little grommets. The problem is it's not so much finding the grommet. 1/8 size would do, but it's the gun you need to compress them, to set them in place. Those kits, the one in the size I need that do 1/8 and 3/16 with the gun, it comes out to $79 plus tax, plus shipping, plus everything. They do have a similar model on Temu, if I remember correctly, but it's going to take like a month to get here, and they don't have good reputation. You know, I think they do copies of knockoffs. So no, I'm going to try this first. If it doesn't work, it doesn't work. So I'll be right back. Okay, folks, so I'm done with the vellum paper, and yeah, the spring is on the left side where my left hand is, and here you can see I drilled a bigger hole, and this is where the little tab is sticking out from. On this side it's a tiny hole, and hopefully I'll be able to stretch it just enough so it doesn't break. And I mean, I think it's going to work. If it breaks, it won't be around the tabs. It'll be the paper that'll rip somewhere. Hopefully it won't. But at any rate, just, you know, repainting the back plate makes such a difference. It's not white. It's I think it's called heirloom white, and this was the paper before, and the back plate was just about the same color. So the radio now, next time, well, the first time I turn it on with the brand new 7 watts pilot lamp, should really pop out. It should. So one other thing I want to show you. Let me set up. Hold on. Okay, last thing I want to show you before I go to bed. Well, you see the cabinet, you see the side here. Okay. Remember I told you I was going to use this vinyl wrap. Well, in my defense, it looked darker on the pictures, and you know, I was really looking at it yesterday, and it's not going to do it. It's too pale first. Then when you look closely at it, there's no texture. It's really plastic, so I don't like that. And the wood grain it's like it was painted there by a kid or something. It's not convincing. It doesn't look like wood. So instead I got this, which I believe is what Rob used. Yeah, look at that. I paid the same price, around $40, but the roll is, yeah, I don't even have half of the material. But I'll have enough, and look how much better it looks. The grain is sharp, and the vinyl has texture. It's like wood. This is going to be so much more convincing. It's going to be a hell of a job to put on, I know, but see how much closer it is compared to the other one? Day and night. So this is what I'm going for. It's going to be a hell of a job to put on. I'm not going to do it tonight because it's already late and I have to get up early tomorrow. I'm having breakfast with my kids, and then over the weekend we're going to celebrate my youngest son's 30th birthday. So yeah, it's going to be sometime maybe Saturday afternoon, if not Sunday afternoon. But I know I have my work cut out for me, and I have to wet sand, so yeah. But at least I think I found the right vinyl. If I don't mess this up too much, should look good. So have a good night, and I'll be back. If not tomorrow, the day after. Catch you later, guys. Okay, folks. So it's the next day, Saturday afternoon, close to 4 p.m. So this is the setup to apply the vinyl cover. And I've been told the best way was to start with the middle and do both sides before attempting to do, the top before attempting to do the sides. And for that, you have to split the backing paper first, which is marked in the middle. Also have a center mark on the radio on both sides. You can't see the back now. And why? Well, because beforehand, it's not just a matter of cutting the vinyl you need to the right size and anywhere on the roll. You have to look at the pattern. So I tried to take the best part of the pattern with a big noose shape, big knot. But yeah, it's going to be a rough centering. Wood is wood. And so I think I'm going to just go into prayers for a few minutes because this is going to be tough. So I'm going to set up the camera, but I can't guarantee you'll be able to see everything I do properly. But yeah, this is my setup. I've got fresh new blades, and standing by also a razor blade, fresh, brand new, just for the trimming part. But the first part is to put it solidly, firmly. And my real concern is really the corners. I don't believe you can just bend the corner like that and it's not going to show. I'm sure it's going to bubble up on one side or the other, or make a really thick round corner. But hey, I'll try. I don't think this is permanent. If it doesn't work, I can always remove it and start again. Maybe do 3 pieces instead of a wraparound. But for the first attempt, I'll do a wraparound. Okay guys, so I took a little break. I needed it, believe me. First part is done. I think the corners are not too bad. And trimming the back edge, which is a straight cut, I think it's okay. Now, the real challenge. I have to fold, okay, the top and the sides, but only to here. See, there's a groove all around. Then I'll have to trim that. I'll have to make as much of a clean corner as I can, but the real challenge is making the 45-degree angle cuts. So you just have to cut straight, make a straight cut, bend it down, do your corner, trim it, and then do the same thing with the other, and make a 45-degree angle cut on the two overlapping layers in hopes that you won't go too deep in the second one. And with a pair of tweezers, just remove the part that you've just cut to make a good looking 45-degree angle cut. Problem is, I've never done that. I have no idea if I'm going to succeed, but hey, I'm going to try. Too far to stop now, right? Let me get set up. I don't know if I'll be able to show you this, but I'll do my best to make some footage. Okay guys, I'm back. So 2 hours later, this is what I got. Yeah, I really love the pattern of the grain, and I think I did a good job placing it. It was worth the 5 or 10 minutes, you know, just trying to find the center and the good pattern. The corners came out better than I thought, but as you can see, we see the edge of the tape here. And yeah, there is a trick, but I found out later. What I should have done is fold the short side first and then fold the longer side for the top. For the bottom, should have done the opposite, the long side in and then the top side out, so I would never see the edge. So, but I didn't realize it. But from the front, nobody will be the wiser. It is quite reflective, but again, I have so many lights here. There's 4 overhead lights. In a normal environment, if I turn a few lights off, see, it looks more like wood, less reflection. I don't think too many people have 200 watts of lighting on top of their furniture in general, or radio. See what I mean here? Well, hey, 2 hours, not that bad for a first try. I'm happy. I'm really happy. So that's it for me. Game's about to start. Gonna watch it on TV tonight. Because it's Saturday night, so I can get it on national TV. And yeah, I'll probably have supper at the same time during the first period or during the intermission. I don't know. I hope you agree it looks better now. Can't wait to put the cabinet inside. So yeah, I'm ready to do the electronics now, but usually I would start with the electrolytics and paper caps that need changing, but since everything's working except the FM, I'd much rather start with the AM, replacing the transistor or transistors, because I ordered the 3 on that line, on the AM line. So I'd rather start with that and test, you know, 1 transistor swap at a time. And if I get it to work, then I'll do the electrolytics. I think it's more logical to do that than to start changing a whole bunch of electrolytics and maybe I'll make a mistake and it won't work again. So yeah, I'm usually quite confident, you know, just replacing caps. But since this one is working, I really want Louisette to be happy. And I think she won't recognize her own radio. Anyways, time to go watch TV. Have a good evening, guys.